Hi guys, we are going to study about nuclear reactor in this video. What is a nuclear reactor? A nuclear reactor is a device where the nuclear fission reaction takes place. So it is the fission. We have nuclear fission reaction and we have nuclear fusion reaction. But in this nuclear reactor, nuclear fission reaction takes place in a self-sustained and a controlled manner. And the first nuclear reactor was built in 1942 at Chicago, USA. Depending on the purpose, the reactors are used, they classify into three types. One is the research reactor, second is the production reactor, and third is the power reactor. So nuclear reactor is nothing but a device where the nuclear fission reaction takes place in a self-sustained and a controlled manner. And the first reactor was built in 1942 at Chicago, USA. Depending upon the purpose, the reactors are classified into three types. That is research reactor, second is the production reactor, and the third is the power reactor. Now let us discuss about each type of the reactor. See, the research reactor is nothing but it is primarily used to supply neutron, and these neutrons are used in the production of the radioisotopes. So the research reactor is nothing but a reactor which is primarily used to supply the neutron for the research purpose and for the production of the radioisotopes, because for producing the radioisotope we need the fast neutrons. So that is given by this research reactor. Then the production reactor is nothing but it converts the non-fissile material into the fissile material, and that can be used in the nuclear reactor, okay, for the other nuclear fission reaction. So with the non-fissile material cannot be used directly, so that has to be converted into fissile material, and that is done by the production reactor. And there is another type of reactor known as the power reactor, which converts the nuclear fission energy into the electric power. Okay, this power reactor is further classified into four types. One is the boiling water reactor, then pressurized water reactor, then pressurized heavy water reactor, and the fast breeder reactor. And this classification is based upon the choices of the moderator and the coolants used in the nuclear reactor. Okay, so generally the nuclear reactor is classified into three types. One is the research reactor, then the production reactor, and the power reactor. Production reactor just to supply the neutron, production reactor just convert the non-fissile into fissile material, and the power reactor, by the name you can understand that the nuclear energy produced is converted into electrical energy. And the power reactor further classified into four types. One is the boiling water reactor, pressurized water reactor, then pressurized heavy water reactor, and the fast breeder reactor. Depends upon the moderator and the coolant used. Now let's study about the moderator. See, the function of the moderator is to slow down the fast neutron. Please make a note of this point. The function of the moderator is to slow down the fast neutron that is produced in the fission process, because when the fission process happening in the nuclear reactor, fast neutrons are produced, but when fast neutrons are present, then controlled nuclear reaction is not possible. In a nuclear reactor, always controlled chain reaction should be there. So in order to sustain the controlled chain reaction, the fast neutrons are slowed down. Got the point? And what are the material used to slow down the fast neutron? Are the generally commonly used materials are the ordinary water and the heavy water. Okay, if it is a good moderator, it should slow down the neutron by the elastic collision. Please make a note of this. It should slow down by the elastic collision and not by the absorption. So moderator should not absorb the neutron. It has to slow down the neutron by the elastic collision. Okay. Some countries, graphite is also used as a moderator. But in fast breeder reactor, what happened is the chain reaction is sustained by the fast neutron itself. So in that case, we don't use any moderator. Got the point? So what is moderator? It just to slow down the fast neutron. Why it has to slow down? Because we need the slow neutron, because the fast neutron, with the fast neutron we cannot have a controlled chain reaction. Then the chain reaction will go in uncontrolled manner if all the fast neutrons are present. So we have to reduce the fast neutron. Okay, what are the materials used? Ordinary or the heavy waters are commonly used, but in some countries graphite is also used. And how this moderator work? It reduces the speed of the neutron by the elastic collision and not by the absorption. Okay, but what happens in the fast breeder reactor? The chain reaction is sustained by the fast neutron itself, and hence there is no need of any moderator. Clear? Now let's study about the control rods. What is this control rod? These control rods are used to control the chain reaction. Okay, they are very good observers of the neutron. So by now you should understand the difference between the moderator and the control rod. See, many neutrons are produced, fast neutrons are produced, but we don't want all the neutrons. So control rod observes all this neutron. It observes all this neutron and leave only few neutrons available for the further nuclear fission reaction. So in this way it controls the chain reaction. So control rods controls the chain reaction. Moderator, it slow down the fast neutron. And moderator, how it slow down the fast neutron? By the elastic collision method. But how this control rod controls the chain reaction? By the absorption method, by observing the neutron. Clear? The commonly used control rods are boron or cadmium, and in our country the power reactor uses boron carbide, a ceramic material, as a control rod. A fissile material or fuel and breeder reactor. So all those things we'll discuss in the next video.